Hey guys, so most of people actually think that cryptocurrency trading and Bitcoin trading in India is banned. Well, however, that's not really the case. So I was watching the CNBC TV 18 news, and it appears that you can still trade on cryptocurrencies. It's just that you cannot use a bank account. And this is not something that I am saying, right? This is coming out from the Economic Secretary, Department of Economic Affairs, Mr. Subhash Chandra Garg. He was on CNBC talking to Shireen Bhan. She is the managing director of CNBC TV 18 India, editor of Young Turks. And he's saying that we have never banned cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin at all in India. So if somebody is saying that we have banned, we have not banned. What we have said that it's just that the banks are not supposed to facilitate any trade. So what does that supposed to mean? But let me just play this for a while and let's see what exactly this is. Again, none of this is a financial or investment advice. I found this very interesting and I found it confusing as well. So I want to understand from you exactly what exactly it means. So let me just play this for a while.
What Reserve Bank did yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can hear it. Let me play here from here. Okay.
To disengage the payment system from that.
Okay, one second.
What Reserve Bank did yesterday
Yeah.
is to disengage the payment system from that. So all RBI regulated entities, whether it is banks or credit cards or whatever,
Yeah.
will not be used for making payments.
But sir, a lot of people who are already invested in cryptocurrencies and crypto assets were reaching out to us yesterday, and about 1.5 million people in India apparently are invested in cryptocurrencies of some sort, suggesting that this is in a way demonetization of crypto assets or cryptocurrencies. What do we now do?
The cryptocurrencies were always demonetized. They were never.
Okay, by the way, so this is very true, right? So they never said that the cryptocurrencies are actually illegal tenders. So of course they are no one to demonetize it or monetize it. Of course, cryptocurrency has its own values and features that it offers, right? So obviously he's right on this part because he never said that it's a money.
The money, they were never the currencies. Somebody was mistakenly treating them as currencies.
So it's a dead asset now in their hands.
No, they can still trade amongst themselves.
You got that? He's saying that you can still trade among themselves. What does it mean? Does it mean invitation to OTC? That's called over the counter, which has been happening in China. People are getting Bitcoin from other countries and selling it off there for cash. Is this what it means? Let me repeat.
They can still trade amongst themselves. That is possible. They can transfer. That is what their system is. They can transfer by trading, but they can't bring it into the system by using the. They can also use cash and other means, but not the banking channels.
They can also use cash and other means. Now, if I would have said that, then I would be wrong. I'm glad I'm actually repeating the entire video which was said by Subhash Ji himself. So I'm not saying that trade in cash. It's coming out from the Secretary of Economic Affairs himself. Let's repeat this.
The cryptocurrencies were always demonetized. They were never the money, they were never the currencies. Somebody was mistakenly treating them as currencies.
So it's a dead asset now in their hands.
No, they can still trade.
Now, when she said it's a dead asset, I don't believe this. It's a dead asset. Now, let's say that you have certain number of Bitcoins. Anyone on this planet Earth, in India especially, have certain number of Bitcoins. That is never a dead asset because that's maybe a dead asset for India, but that's a global commodity. I mean, in US and other countries, rest of the countries are treating that Bitcoin at a price of about $6,800, $6,900. So there are always people who are ready to buy your Bitcoin. So how come that's a dead asset? So that's not really a dead asset in my opinion.
It is possible. They can transfer. That is what their system is.
So as you know, the cryptocurrencies can be transferred wallet to wallet. It does not need an intermediaries. It does not need a bank, correct?
They can transfer by trading, but they can't bring it into the system by using the. They can also use cash and other means.
They can also use cash and other means. So it's like saying that Okay, let's not. So what it means is, it's saying that now if you want to trade cryptocurrencies, you are free to trade in cash, but we won't allow you to. Is that what it means? And there have been different tweets, of course. So we are supposed to purchase crypto asset. Why are they deciding? And there are different chats as well. So lol, use cash, haha. So there are many uh, tweets here on this, and this is definitely a very controversial statement that he has made, in my opinion. So because we are talking about digital India, we are talking about everything should route through a bank, every small money should route through a bank, and then all of a sudden Subhash Chandra economic affairs coming up front and saying that deal in cash. That looks like a controversial to me, but definitely want to hear from you. What do you think about this statement here? If you want to go ahead and check that on CNBC TV 18 news tweet, it's an open invitation for all the cryptocurrency traders now, deal in cash without a bank account. This is another interesting news. So the Coinbase, one of the popular exchange from USA, has now started a venture capital firm, and they call it a Coinbase Ventures. Right now, what it's the purpose of this company is very simple. They are going to help the startups. They're going to fund a lot of startups here. So this was coming out from the COO of the Coinbase, Asif Hirji. He said that we are going to invest off our balance sheet into crypto companies. Coinbase president and CEO. We will invest in companies that are in the space and are aligned in our values. Now, I'm not really surprised why they could open up a ventures firm, because look at the volume Coinbase has been doing. Coinbase is number one cryptocurrency exchange all over the world, right? One of the biggest economy in the world, US. And they have been operating for a couple of years, and their everyday volume itself is very high. And imagine the kind of profit that they make. And of course, in the last 3 years, in the 2 years, they have made themselves capable of treating themselves as a venture capital. So not only they are going to run their company, but they are also going to help a lot of startup to come into the space. So, and now one such company already exists. Just to let you know, this is a good to know information, which is called Digital Currency Group. So this is the first venture capital firm into the blockchain and cryptocurrency space. They have funded hundreds of companies already, and if you look at their portfolio, they have companies like Abra, Avron, Bitflyer, Blockstack. You have Brave. You have Chainalysis, Civic. I mean, you have UnoCoin as well from India, which is also being funded by Digital Currency Group, as you can see here. So we have one more digital currency firm. So if you have an idea onto cryptocurrency and blockchain space that you need the funding for, maybe you don't have to do an ICO. You can approach Coinbase Ventures, and if they like your idea, maybe they want to fund you. So this is very interesting for sure. Looks like an open invitation for every cryptocurrency trader in India, Bitcoin traders in India, to do transactions in cash, and that's pretty possible. I'm not sure. I mean, there might be a day when, if the bank is not ready to exchange your cryptocurrency, there are people who are ready to exchange your cryptocurrency for fiat money. That's quite possible. So I think that's what it is. It's definitely very controversial. Let me know, is this what he means to say, that deal in cash now? Leave your opinion in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.